Well, welcome back, my friends, to TED Talks Guitars and Life. Special guest, the granddaughter. Hello, granddaughter. Well, tonight we are going to embark on a little journey we like to call. Ted has no idea what he's doing. I don't know whatever part we're on. So, if you've been keeping up with the progress of the refinishing project of the Fesley kit guitar that I purchased for my grandson who wanted an orange guitar, I'm in the process of attempting to do that. So, a couple things that have occurred that were not so fabulous. I shared this, I think, in the last video, but just give you up close and personal on this deal because, unfortunately, I found this morning the guitar was laying in the garage and fell off of the makeshift stand that I had and did this big dent right here. And I also found this dent on the bottom, not as robust. So it is what it is. It will be what it will be. So, and then also I noticed that I chipped this paint last night when I was wearing gloves to move the guitar. So anyway, note to self, secure whatever you're going to put your guitar on. So because it fell in the garage, it got dirty and thumbprinty and all kind of bad stuff happened. But tonight is a new night. And so what we're going to attempt to do, I'm going to hit it one more time with wet sand. It's interesting. I was watching a few folks and they said that maybe wet sanding is in between coats is not what I should be doing. So I don't know. Why don't you put it in the comments? If you were painting, putting a coat on this, letting it dry for, a day, would you wet sand or regular sand? So I've also got a couple spots on the guitar where paint pulled up on me, because I got a little what we'll call spray paint happy. So anyway, I'm going to do some wet sanding. I'm going to let the guitar dry again after the wet sanding. And I'm going to give it, what will this be? Coat number, I think we're on 4. That's the update. I'll be back. So, I am going to go forward with the wet sanding, even though, guys, I did have a thought today that I should dry sand or just throw paint over all this mess, but that seemed, we'll call it irresponsible. So I did not go forward with that plan. Watch your headphones. I'm going to move a chair. Why is this guy so loud? Everything he does is loud. Well, I've had a good night, man. Come to find out, surprise pizza night. I've got an awesome wife. So got that going for me. And man, I was just able to spend a bit of time with Torsten over at Tease Guitars doing an interview. It was the first interview of the channel. Hopefully won't be the last. So yeah, feel free to make any kind of comments, suggestions that you might have about the project. I have got a soft foam sandpaper that is wrapped in wet 800 grit, and I guess I'll just tackle the worst part, which is the dent that I caused because I was careless and did not secure the guitar well. Actually, I wasn't careless. I secured it the same way I've secured it for the past 2 nights. So maybe I was just unlucky in love. And I say unlucky in love because this, my friends, this whole thing has been a journey and labor of love for my grandson. So, and a lot of this is just the dirt and the debris from the fall onto my, let's say, not so pristine garage floor. I'm going to get my spray bottle without trying not to make a whole lot of noise. Again, my apologies if this is a noisy proposition on your end with the mic cord and the scratchiness or whatever you may be hearing at the moment. But moisture is good, I guess, if you're wet sanding. You know, several of you, and by the way, man, I do continue to really appreciate, and I just dig, man, that so many of you are taking the time out of your schedule, man. I know what it is to watch YouTube and just kind of be a voyeur in the background and not comment on stuff, even stuff I like, man, and not subscribe to channels and all that. And look, man, if you like the video, that's cool. That just lets me know, if you like it, that what I'm doing is helpful for somebody out there. If you want to subscribe, go ahead. You're not going to hurt my feelings if you don't. Got some kind of glitter or something here. Guess there was glitter on the garage floor in some way. There we go. Got the glitter off. But anyway, that said, I know what it's like to watch videos and not comment. I get the behind the scenes kind of nature of that. This is one of those spots where I kind of doubled down on the paint. Not that I was trying to. But I really appreciate, man, just any thoughts y'all have. I mean, I'm serious when I ask you, like, how would you do this? I am very curious because this is clearly a learning process for me, and I don't have any idea what I'm doing. And that's smoothing out. I still got a little bit of a ruffle there. And I know I'm probably sanding that too hard, but I've got a unevenness due to paint buildup that I'm hoping I'm going to smooth out. There we go. That's pretty smooth. Well, it's smooth. You can kind of see the buildup. And I've all but decided. I mean, I know this isn't going to be a perfect situation, right? Because I am an imperfect person, and I'm going to do the best I can with things. And then I'm going to, at some point, be done with the sanding and the painting and the move the clear coat and put this thing back together. And in time, we're going to have all the grandkids over who I've made guitars for in the past several months, and we're going to have a jam session, and we're going to have a big reveal where we give Telecasters and those $29 amps. You guys see the $29 amp video? Pretty amazing what you can get for $29, man, in 2024. So, yeah, we're talking guitars in life, aren't we? It's kind of what we do. But yeah, man, put it in the comments. How would you do this? How would you do it differently? I'm not reading. Well, I'm reading. I read everybody's comments. I do my best, man. I really do my best to not only read everyone's comments. You see how disastrous that could be. Oh man, with the real sanding block under the. That's not exactly ultra fine. I didn't bring my little whiskey thing out here, so my little. What do they call that? I don't know what they call it. Thing I was whisking water off the guitar with last night. I've got a kind of interesting looking situation here from the fall, I'm sure. It's not down to primer, but it looks like maybe some paint chipped, but I don't see where any paint chipped. So the folks I've been watching about this say that the moist sandpaper, and I had this sandpaper soaking in water for 24 hours. Some people say you got to do that. Some people say it doesn't matter. I don't know who's right and who's wrong. Nothing I do is prescriptive for any of you. I'm just sharing my journey with you as always. That said, the moisture, the water, will kind of create a suction between the guitar and the sandpaper. And that kind of keeps you in the groove, as it were. So the good news is that this is a very super smooth surface. The bad news is it's still got all these kind of designs in it, although, and I've got fingerprints right there. Oh, let me see if I can get my fingerprints out. I mean, I don't want to be ID'd. Anyway. Well, maybe I just need to give it a little more. Well, that's almost. Maybe it's just, is it more elbow grease? Am I being too gentle? Is that what I'm doing wrong here? I'm being too gentle with this situation. Maybe I need to be like, I don't know, man, because the sides look so bad, because I really had to sand those bad boys. I've been afraid to really apply pressure, but maybe I need to apply more pressure than I'm applying. So anyway, because I'm making the videos and posting them oftentimes, the next day, sometime down the road, I don't always see everybody's comments in real time. But I do try to respond to every comment that gets made. Every comment is valuable to me. It's part of my learning. It's how I learn. I learn by doing, and I learn by listening to people who have also done. And I know that not everybody who's posting comments has ever done this before. I mean, isn't it funny how in life, man, people have pretty clear opinions about something they've never done. But as you might be able to tell, I'm not just talking about doing this. I'm actually doing it. That's not to discount anybody, man. It's just saying. I'm just saying. So maybe what I should say, just for clarity, is don't tell me what you would do, perhaps. Tell me what you've done, past tense. And if you haven't ever done it before, then maybe, I don't know, do it and then have an opinion about it, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, man, just to say I appreciate the comments. Just know I'm not seeing them in real time, and because I'm not seeing them in real time, I'm going to respond to them, but it'll more than likely be after whatever it is you're commenting about. However, that doesn't matter, because this project, you know what this project is doing? Helping me approach it next time. So while I may not see your comment related to what I'm doing in real time right now, I will see your comments. I will take them into consideration. I will consider them part of the learning community that we have here. And I'm thinking, as a Baltimore Oriole fan, I gotta have an orange guitar now and put a Baltimore bird on it, man. How cool would that be, Jack? So anyway, put it in the comments. Tell me. Several of you have suggested, which I really appreciate, about how what I need to do is attach a board to this as if it were a neck and be able to twirl it or whatever. You know, some of us don't have boards laying around. Thus my makeshift dowel situation, which did prove to be tenuous at best. I bought a broom handle, a mop handle, big one. Seems more sturdy. I've got it hammered into the ground over there. When I go to paint this bad boy, I'll do that. But anyway, probably long enough video on that. Probably more than you wanted to see or know from me about what I was doing, particularly tonight. But just hanging out, living life, talking about guitars and life. I'll be back with some updates later on. Well, welcome back. So I have wet sanded the entire guitar with 800 grit sandpaper again. The good news is that it is smoothing out, and a lot of the patterns have gone away, but not all of them. So I don't know if it's even possible at this point to get the little patterny things out. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to put another coat of paint, and we will assess tomorrow where we are. And yeah, that's kind of where we are. So one of the problems with the mop handle is the height. However, I think that's an advantage over stooping down. So yeah, I'm going to try the horns first. Yeah. I'm going to need some more light, aren't I? I don't know, but here we go. Catch you down the road. Now you may be thinking, and rightly so, does this brother never learn? I have secured the dowel rod better. I don't think the guitar is going anywhere. That would be my hope. So yeah, this is kind of where we are after the fourth coat, maybe. There's my dent. So I guess we'll see where we are tomorrow. Actually, I've got a gig tomorrow night. I'm playing a men's retreat with a rhythm and blues R&B kind of worship band, so I won't be able to do much work tomorrow night or Saturday, so it may be a few days before my next update on the project. But hey man, wherever you are in your guitar journey, I pray it's a long, smooth, safe, joy-filled ride for you, man. Rock on with your bad selves, and as always, I'll catch you down the road.